Anamanaguchi's always been about more than just music. It's about awesome, crazy live shows, weird internet stuff. We just finished our new album, Endless Fantasy. We spent 3 years making it. It's 22 tracks long, and we're super proud of it. I think it would be really cool for this thing to happen so that we kind of don't even have to worry about the game that most bands have to play. Anamanaguchi is about making music using old video game sounds and like old technology and combining them with like whatever we want.
Like if you look at us very superficially, like one of the approaches is definitely like, oh, you're just like a video game band. Well, no, there's more to it, actually.
Chiptune or 8-bit music is using chips from old video game systems to make music, like whatever kind of music you want. Dance music, punk music, pretty much anything.
Anamanaguchi uses a lot of old video game hardware and sounds to make music that we play guitars and drums on top of. It's the idea that we dictate what the technology does and not the other way around.
Having grown up on the internet, we're just very much like romantics about that whole world and romantics about all these like digital worlds that we've all grown up in. We're just basically trying to like make an ode to like the most beautiful shit we've ever seen. These are basically, it's like a DJ setup, but with Nintendos, I guess. This is like the interface, and you can like have these menus, and then you can play it, and it comes through this mixer. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, trying to breathe life into these like low technology machines and like almost try to humanize electronic music a little bit by making it really raw. Let me show you this cartridge. This cartridge is a power pack. It holds a compact flash. You could fit every NES video game on this little card, but instead we put all of our songs on it. So the idea is working within limitations of these sound chips that were meant to only do a certain thing and trying to push them beyond that and make them create modern music, which is a really difficult task.
When I write music, I'm just trying to write what I want to hear. I'm trying to arrange it in a way that is perfect. It doesn't matter what the limit is, like whether it's a Nintendo or a Game Boy. This is a program called Milky Tracker. A lot of the songs on the record are made using this too. It's basically like working with the Nintendo's oscillators, except you get to draw what the oscillator is, which is fun. For me, it's specific moments when I find out I can do something specific. Like just now, I was like, that sounds really cool. I want to make a whole song like this. Like the possibilities are infinite, and that's awesome. Every day we're interfacing with technology, and every day it's not separate. It's not something we can hide behind. It's something that's integrated into our lives and integrated into the way that we interact with each other. Before the internet, really, an album had to be finished. That's kind of like an old concept. That's kind of boring. It's not true. Art doesn't just die, it gets abandoned. Right now we're in like the plastic heat transfer hologram stock, vinyl stock biz. That's our day job. Like ideally, someone could be doing the boring shit while we're working on the album. Or, yeah, something like that. But it's not the way it is. But it has to be done so that the fun stuff can happen.
We have a lot of ideas. You know, it's just about logistics of making them and talking to people and getting designs right. I don't know.
So basically, we've been kind of like spiritually wrestling with the idea of like, do we need a Kickstarter? Like having the little experience that we do, we know how far any budget goes.
What we can do is pretty directly dictated by how much we will receive, if anything, for this Kickstarter.
We're just trying to make shit that we want to see, really, and we hope that other people want to see, that we want to be willing to bet other people will see, but we can't be willing to bet people will want to see it because we don't have the money to put the ante up yet.
Someone needs to spot us.
Yeah, just someone needs to spot us. Well said. It's not like we don't make money either. That's what's the weird ethical dilemma. It's like, where do you draw like what's yours and what's devoted to a project? And like, the fact of the matter is, like, with the money that we make going on tour, selling records, doing these kinds of things, like, we barely make rent. Like, we both are like, well,
I don't know. But anyway, we both like owe rent right now. If we want to like be able to both live and make cool shit, we're gonna need more help, basically.
The cool shit side is just getting left out
Yeah.
drastically.
Today we are launching a pizza into space for one of the final shots of the Endless Fantasy music video. We got a helium tank, we have a GoPro camera, and hopefully it will be in one piece. We'll get the footage and put it in the video. Feels good to just be able to talk about ideas and be like, we could pull that off, I think.
Yeah.
Like, that's something we've kind of literally never been able to do in the 8 years that we've been a band. So, it's fucking insane. It just goes to show how different the world is now and how different music is and the music industry. Because we never really fit into it. Like, everyone looks at a band like us and is like, oh, that's cool, like, that's fun. They have some fans, but they'll never work with what we want them for. The people who enjoy your music are the people who should be a part of that dialogue. Those are the people who are going to, like, you grow with them and they grow with you, and you change them and they change you, and it's weird.
Brave Pizza, you have a long journey ahead of you.
This is going to be a really interesting experiment to see how we do when we actually have the means to do it. Because before we haven't. This is the first time we've ever had the means to do it. Because this is the first time anyone's really believed in anything that we are doing. Like, it's really cool.